he mocked Dmitry Bivol.
What do you want to say to Dmitry Bivol ahead of Saturday night?
Hold my bell. Hold my bell.
I want Bivol. Stop running. Stop running. Make sure you sign the contract next time. I'm coming for you.
It doesn't end well. On November 5th, 2022, boxing fans saw a massive boxing fight where the undefeated champion Dmitry Bivol fought with a Mexican boxer named Gilberto Ramirez. That fight became one of the most important sporting events of that year because in that evening, two undefeated monsters clashed in the ring. In one corner stood the Mexican Gilberto Ramirez, an unusually powerful fighter with a height of 6 feet 3 inches, who, despite coming up in weight, was certain to be the larger fighter. The athlete was a formidable knockout artist. Out of his 44 victories in the ring, 30 times he completed the fight by knockout. Leading up to this fight, Dmitry Bivol had enjoyed much success. He won his first light heavyweight belt at 26 years of age, beating the formidable Australian fighter Trent Broadhurst by first-round knockout.
Judge of distance. Oh, and a beautiful right hand!
After defending the belt 7 times, Bivol would face the biggest test of his career against the pound-for-pound great Canelo Alvarez in 2022. Many people thought he had no chance against the Mexican, with odds placing him as a stiff underdog. It was at this moment that Bivol became the superstar that he is today, shockingly handling the legend en route to a unanimous decision victory.
Surprise, like everybody else, the whole world.
It's not loading. I don't accept it.
Nobody expected that, honestly.
Before the fight, we're all thinking it's one way. After the fight, we're thinking, was it a wrong fight? Was it the best? Nah, that's what happens when you fight the best.
While this immensely helped Bivol's career trajectory, many Mexican fans were displeased with the Russian beating Canelo and sought revenge. This mission to regain the fighting pride of Mexico fell on Gilberto Ramirez's shoulders. Despite the reputation of his opponent, Gilberto was sure he would be able to break the Russian monster and return glory to his country.
I'm ready to take that belt, to take it to Mexico, to take the revenge for Mexico.
You feel a little bit like you've got to get revenge for Mexico?
And yes, I want to take revenge for Mexican people too.
So on a hot evening in 2022, the fight between the two undefeated titans finally took place. The Mexican exemplified in his attire the country he had come to avenge, while Dmitry dressed like an executioner of the Dark Ages. They touched gloves and the fight was on. From the opening bell, Bivol didn't waste time exerting his trademark left jab and straight right, and finishing his combinations with a powerful left hook. Ramirez, brimming with confidence in his undefeated status, took the fight straight to Bivol, refusing to take a step back.
Will this be Bivol's toughest test? Gilberto has wanted this fight for
foot, but he throws that long left hand from range and hits the body, and that's a good shot for him.
Nice right, stiff jab. Out every opponent he's faced in the light heavyweight division. 5-0, 5 KOs, and that exit left hand scores. Left scores for Gilberto.
Decent little round here, isn't he, Ramirez? A good round so far for the Mexican. Lovely 1-2 there from Bivol.
Now this is kind of where Ramirez wants to be, close to the ropes. He's got to back people up a little bit more to get him.
Oops, you go around the side.
Straight left. Seemed to split the guard there.
Good body shot for Ramirez right there at the end.
Yeah, good round for the Mexican.
After the initial rounds, the mass and size difference of Gilberto became evident to the naked eye, making Bivol's mission particularly difficult. Ramirez asserts himself to some degree, but runs into some hard shots for his trouble as Bivol counters menacingly.
Oh, good strike, and that may have rattled Gilberto a little bit. That good solid defense from Bivol, a nice counter punching. Oh boy, 2 or 3 big heavy punches.
And he's not using it.
Bivol on the front foot. He's measuring.
Bivol made it clear who was in control of this fight, and Zurdo just didn't have an answer with rounds 4 and 5 going unequivocally to the Russian. In the next rounds, the champion found his groove, picking Ramirez apart from distance with clean, accurate shots.
Right hand for Bivol scores.
Zurdo Ramirez have
2 or 3 punch combinations right now for Zurdo, Chris.
You hear in his corner, got to apply more pressure. Got to do more.
Yeah, Bivol stepping on the pressure. Let's see if Zurdo, this is the fight, Zurdo. Don't let him. Bivol is now really pressing Zurdo. Bivol starting to tee off.
Zurdo's corner made efforts to keep him inspired, but the loud chants in support of the Russian fighter and the precise punches he was being peppered with were a massive source of discouragement. Bivol had prepared to be the fresher fighter in the later rounds and didn't waste time, exploding with a huge rally of shots, thudding blows landing, and bouncing off of Ramirez in round 9.
Some crunching right hands there, wasn't there, from Bivol?
Pretty good round here by Ramirez. Probably his best round since the early rounds of the fight.
Yeah, Bivol's been really quiet, hasn't he?
In the final 2 rounds, the bout finally became the slugfest that everyone had anticipated.
Ramirez taking more chances, as he should.
Zurdo knew the all-or-nothing rounds were upon him. With each missed punch, the Mexican's confidence lowers. Bivol continues his assault, being the fresher fighter.
Another body shot from Zurdo. Bivol being more aggressive now as Zurdo. Probably needed to try this about 4 rounds ago. Of this fight, Zurdo needs a knockout here in the 12th round. Is Bivol looking for the knockout? He might get it here in the 12th. He's up. They'll slug it out to the bell.
With one judge scoring the contest 118 to 110, and the other 2 scoring it 117 to 111, Bivol defeated Gilberto Ramirez by a wide decision to retain his WBA light heavyweight title. Always humble in victory, Bivol acknowledged the quality of his opponent in the post-fight interview, while downplaying his own masterful performance.
Would you say that that was one of your best performances tonight?
No, it wasn't my best performance. He is a good opponent. He's not just a guy from the street, you know. He's a good.
We must give credit to the Mexican champion, who, despite the massive beating he had taken, managed to see it through to the final bell with one of the pound-for-pound best in all of boxing. However, this fight marked a dramatic shift in the career of Zurdo. He abandoned the light heavyweight division altogether, seeking greener pastures, which he found by securing a world title in the cruiserweight division in 2024, becoming the first Mexican to do so. For his monstrous wins in 2022, Bivol gained yet another impressive milestone, being named boxing's Fighter of the Year. However, something was still missing for the fighter. Much like Thanos, he needed the other belts in his division to complete his undisputed infinity gauntlet at light heavyweight. After besting the unflappable Lyndon Arthur, taking him halfway there, he eyes a fight with fellow countryman Artur Beterbiev to realize this destiny.